So what is the Internet anyway? What is the underlying technology, or where does it come from? Who owns it? Who manages it? Well, fundamentally, the Internet is a network of networks. It was born in the late 60s when some very clever people working at key universities in the United States devised a way to enable computer networks to share information between themselves, enabling the balancing of workload, so that if one university data center was very busy and had a big job to come in to be done for the Defense Department, for example, they were able, through this connection or this network of networks, to be able to route that work or shuffle that work from their data center to another data center that was less busy. This concept caught on very rapidly. It became a very efficient way for people to share information across computers. And a lot of tools were developed that made this concept grow quickly. One of them was something called email, something we take for granted today. The result was a tremendous growth in this network of networks, from the 4 original networks to 40, to 400, to 4,000, to 40,000, and I think right now there are probably 100,000. And certainly in the future, in not too distant future, there will be millions. Millions of computer networks, each of which can enable the users attached to the network to communicate with any other user attached to any other network. Basically, the whole world is becoming one giant Internet. So why should you be interested in the Internet? How do you embrace it, or should you embrace it? Well, I would say there are 2 basic reasons. The first is a business reason, and the second is a communications reason. They're closely linked. The business reason, of course, is that if you're a consumer, you can find things to meet your particular needs. If you're a business, you can find consumers whose needs are looking to be met. And the beauty of the Internet is that it is global. When you connect anywhere, you are connected everywhere. So a clever new idea from anywhere in the world may get matched up with a very unique need anywhere in the world. And commerce will flourish as a result of this. So business will be able to be transformed. Buyers and sellers will be able to get connected directly with each other. And we'll see whole new categories of competition that don't exist today. In fact, your most severe competitor next year may be someone you don't even think about as a competitor today, as a result of the power of the Internet. The other reason is the communications reason. The Internet is a wonderful way to communicate externally or internally. You can set up your own Internet inside of your company or inside of your school or your government and allow, within your own domain, tremendous communications potential. A great way to facilitate sharing of information and communications between people in the organization. And of course, outside of your own domain, you have a way now to let the world know what you are, what you stand for, who your people are, what they're doing, what they're working on. A way to share your press releases, your white papers, your strategies, have demonstrations of your products. It is an incredibly powerful way to communicate. Well, how many people are there to communicate with on the Internet? I would say right now, nobody really knows, but the consensus is in the 20, 30, 40, 50 million people range. The point is, it's growing very, very rapidly, and in the future will be an enormous number. How enormous? Well, again, no one knows. The consensus, I would say, is certainly in the hundreds of millions over the next few years. And some people, myself included, feel that by the turn of the century, just a mere 3.5 years away, we certainly could have 500 million people